What's up? What's up? What's up? How you guys doing? Welcome to today's call. Teresa, Tad, Steve, quite a few Steves and Stevens, Scott, Rod, Robert. How you guys doing today? It is yet another Monday. Good morning, good morning. David Wilson, Steve Foster, Azu. Hello, hello, hello. We're going to be getting started here in just a couple of minutes. Just want to give everybody a chance to log on. People are coming in fast and furious here. So if there's anything I can help you with real quick, I got a minute or two before we start. If you have a question, type it in. Let me get to that real quick before we start today's call. Grab a sip of water here. If you are a father, happy Father's Day or happy belated Father's Day to all of you out there. Just going to post in the all access Slack group, give everybody a way to join, give them the direct link, and we'll get this baby started. So give me 1 second and we'll get this thing going. All right, all right. Eric Kilda says, happy Cavs championship. How many of you guys, just curious, watched the NBA championship game last night? Let me see in the chat. How many of you guys watched the game last night? Yep, yep, yep. Awesome, awesome. Azu says, internet cut out 30 seconds from the end. Oh, man. Yes, yes, good game. Awesome game. Fantastic. Teresa says she's wiped out from Father's Day celebration. Glenn says, damn the game, I was making money. Game was fantastic. All right, so let me just go ahead and hit record, and we are going to get started. Ryan, if you could do me a favor as well, if you could grab a backup recording, and Ben as well, just to make sure we have a recording of today, that would be fantastic. All right, let's get this thing kicked off. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Welcome, welcome, guys, to week 11. Can you guys believe it? Week 11 of 12. Guys, our mastermind is almost over. After today's call, we have one more weekly call, right? One more Monday. So I want to see some feedback from you guys. We are 10 days away from the end of June, right? Only 10 days left in June, aka the end of our 90-day sprint. So if you guys remember back to week 2 when we were just getting started, I had you plan out and map out some goals for the quarter. So I'm curious, guys, where are you now versus your goals that you guys planned out in week 2? Just give me some feedback here in the chat. Where are you guys now versus your goals you planned out in week 2? Give me some feedback. Give me some feedback. Teresa says, I'm still excited, not quite hitting the goal yet. Let's see. Didn't make it, almost there, still working hard. Come on, guys, I want some feedback. There's roughly 100 people on the call. I got 4 comments. Okay, where are you guys at compared to the goals that you guys mapped out in week 2? Okay, hit almost all of them. Awesome. Closed 3 deals. I'm there. I hit my goal. Let's see. Glenn says, I can tell you really, really put your heart into this. Much, much respect, brother. Joe and Ben are the man. Thanks, Glenn. We appreciate that, brother. Let's see. Just barely missed it. I'm 30% of the way there. 10% away from hitting my goal. One contract in place, wanted 2. One contract in place, wanted 3. Getting there, almost there. Okay. Scaling, working on conversions. I only missed 2 of my targets, but I'm really close. Existing business has taken off. Let's see. Eric says, sold 4 deals, Joe, and working on fulfillment now. That's awesome, brother. Congrats. Hitting your goal. Let's see. Doubled my goal. Fantastic. 8K in a new additional revenue. 80% of the goal. Awesome, awesome. So, guys, it's not about how you start, right? And I want to encourage you guys to keep pushing, right? It's about how you finish, all right? I can tell you guys that personally, I hit the goals for the quarter at the end of last month, right? I still had a month left. I still had a third of my time left. So what do you guys think that I did personally? What did I do? What did I do since I hit my goal super early? I didn't lowball my goal either. No, it was a big, fat, hairy goal, trust me. Didn't quite double down, but right, I added to it. Okay, 50% more than the original goal. Guys, and I'll be damned if I don't hit it. Okay? So here's what I'm going to do. I want you guys pushing hard. Those of you guys that are in all access, I want you guys especially pushing hard, right? I want some feedback from you guys. In the last week and a half, have you seen the surge in Slack with people getting their first or second deal, right? People that dropped off, fell out of the program, came back in, and now are getting deals left and right, right? People that you probably haven't really seen inside the community. Okay, if they can do it, so can you. All right, so I'm adding 2 new contests to help you guys finish strong. And that's the reason I'm not dumping more training on top of you guys. Okay? Don't be the coulda, woulda, shoulda. All right, guys, let's do this. So, new contest number 1. Okay, for any of you guys, just give me a 1 real quick in the chat if you guys have been in the program, something happened, life got in the way, and you guys haven't been following the program. You haven't hit your first sale. Just give me a 1 in the chat. All right, Philip, M, Steven, Ron. Okay, so guys, this is for you. Okay, new contest number 1, $100 for any first sale that happens between now and the end of June, right? June 30th. By the end of the business day, right? $100 to you guys. It is not too late. Okay, there are people that are just coming back to the program, just starting up fresh, literally just putting together their sales stacks and having sales literally days later. Okay, hopefully I'm going to light a fire under all of your guys' ass that just gave me a 1 in the chat. Okay? There is no limit if there's 50 people that get it or there's 10 people that do it, okay? Okay, so new contest number 2. For those of you guys that have already gotten a sale, this is for you. Okay, so we're going to do a most sales contest from today through the end of June, right? June 30th. Okay, so first place gets $400, second place gets $300, and so on and so forth. All right, this is not over, okay? And I can't wait to see you guys all push these last 2 weeks. Again, don't be the coulda, woulda, shoulda, all right? If you're with me, you're going to kick ass the last 2 weeks, even if you haven't up until now. Give me a 3 in the chat here real quick. I want to see you guys light this chat box up. All right. My chat's freezing. I got so many responses. Cool. So that's it, guys. I really, really want to push you guys and motivate you and give you guys a little extra kick that you guys need to get it in gear and finish strong. Okay? Finish strong. I've talked to so many people that are doing awesome in the mastermind, having sale after sale, and they haven't even really followed the program to a T. They still have lots of opportunity left in the sales stack to do even better, right? They haven't put in long-term follow-up sequences. They haven't put in the short follow-up sequences. They're not even following up with people that open a bunch of times. Okay, there is still so much juice to pull out of that sales stack, it's not even funny. Okay, so real quick, by a show of hands, how many of you guys would like to get a little sneak peek on the next Mastermind Open? Give me a 4 in the chat. If you'd like a little sneak peek behind the curtains, you want to see what we've been working our asses off on, let me know in the chat. Just give me a 4, and I'm going to give you guys a little peek into the next Mastermind Reopen, let you guys understand a little bit of what we have planned. I can't give you a lot. Unfortunately, we'd probably need like 2 hours just for me to explain the differences and the changes. But I'll give you guys some details. I'll pull back the curtain a little bit. Plus, I'll be announcing some dates and how you guys can get first dibs, so to speak. All right, cool. So let's go ahead and jump. First, before we jump into that, I want to talk to you guys about the success of the program. I want to take you guys back a little bit, okay? I want to give you guys a little highlight reel of what the last 3 months has been like, all right? So bear with me. I'm going to try to go through this pretty quickly, but check this out, guys. So this was week 3. So week 3 was when we opened up the sales stack, right? So week 3, we gave you guys all the training for the sales stack. It was after the foundation training, and literally right after the results just started flooding, right? First to book a consult, second, third, fourth, fifth. Okay, first sale, Al Davis. Second sale, Teresa. Third sale, James McGowan, right? And the results just kept coming, right? Everything from booking being done on autopilot with Calendly, okay, to literally life-changing stuff here from Teresa, who says, my husband and I can now rejoice that all my hard work is paying off. This is easy stuff. Now I can hire others to do the technical stuff that is challenging for me, and I can focus on the phone and management, what I do best. Thanks for such a beautiful system, right? And this is a screenshot of, obviously, Teresa's deal. $14.97 a month times 7 different locations, just over $10,000 a month. Al Davis, $5.99 setup, $2.99 a month. And guys, I'm not going to talk about each and every one of those because it would take us forever. James McGowan, another sale, $2,500 a month. This business owner booked this appointment on his own using Calendly from Vincent. Okay, then we fast forward to week 5, and I gave out a sales contest, and literally in one day, every one of the contest submissions were hit, right? And it was basically next 10 consults, get $100 each, literally that day, all right? Jim Thiessen, 2 sales, $50 a lead and $250 a lead. We got John Marenko with a nice deal here that he scooped up. I believe this is a $14.99 package, $29.99 a month deal for James McGowan. And then obviously from here, guys, the results just start to get crazy. Crazy, 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 right? And you guys can just see over and over and over deals being sold left and right. Okay, Steve Goldberg got a yes, $160 a lead. Jimmy Fuentes, 5 consults in a day. And it just keeps coming over and over and over, right? Then the next week, okay, we released a contest. The next 5 sales get $100 each, right? Literally sold out within that week. Al Davis, $9.99 a month. Bradley Burnell, $14.97 a month. And he says it's been so much easier to close this at $1,500 a month than it's been closing clients on little $500 a month offers, right? Rob Richards, $14.99. James McGowan, again, $2,999. Okay, then at week 8, we did a little check-in on who's doing the best in the program. Jim Thiessen, $3,600 a month recurring. Rob Richards, $44.91 a month recurring. And I know Rob just sold 2 more. Al Davis, $51.97 a month recurring. James McGowan, now, this was at $16,000. Now I know he's over $20,000 a month recurring. And it just keeps coming, right? Susan Keeley, first deal, $1,200 a month. Jeff Klein, first deal, $9.99 a month. And they keep coming and coming and coming. Mark Rowing, congrats, brother. First closed 4 p.m. Eastern. Checked his email and noticed that he had a contract signed, right? $1,200 a month contract, $2,999. John Marenko closed the deal this morning. Greg Thorpe, 3 for 3 thus far in the program on his consults, and it just keeps piling and piling and piling. $1,200 a month, $19.99 a month, $9.99 a month, and then this one in the top right, $14.99 a month plus a $4.99 setup. And guys, honestly, like, have you ever seen anything like this? ever, 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 in anything that you've ever been a part of, have you ever seen results like this? Just curious, give me a yes or a no in the chat, because frankly, I've never seen anything like this, ever. 2 $9.99 a month deals, and the comments in the contest submission report have been nothing short of amazing, right? So when people got a sale or a booked appointment, I asked, how do you think this is going to change your life? I said, I know it sounds cheesy, okay, but working this system, right, all that you have to do is execute. How's this going to change your life? Okay, and the results have just been amazing, right? This will make my dreams come true. No bullshit. One word, huge. We're scaling this lead gen campaign up to target closing 3 per week. Al Davis says. Susan says, honestly, I didn't expect much because most of this stuff usually works for others and not for me. So it's working really well for Susan. Congrats. Brenda says this will cover the medical bills and help to start us get out of debt. And it just goes on and on and on. Like literally, guys, this is changing people's lives, right? Jim Hartzell says this is the biggest deal I've ever done, and I've been doing internet marketing since 2005. Okay, so one little quick reminder before we go into what's happening next time. Our deadline for the most sales in the mastermind, okay, is June 30th, okay, just like the other contests, all right? So mastermind re-release, I'm just going to go, actually, I'll keep it like this. Give me a 1 right now if you guys are planning on joining the mastermind when we release it to you guys mastermind only members again, right? So next week, on next week's call, I'm going to open up. I'm going to give you guys all first dibs. Give me a 1 if you guys are planning on joining again. Okay, give me a 1 on if you guys are planning on joining again. Okay, lots and lots of 1s. So same price, guys. We're not marking up the price for you guys. Same price. Somebody says, what'll be different? We're going to talk about that. Okay, lots and lots of 1s. Cool. So let me give you guys a little bit of a highlight reel on some big changes, all right? So the official date for the start of the mastermind is July 25th. Right, July 25th will be our first webinar together as a group, right? And we're adding in some really amazing stuff that we've been working on behind the scenes, trying to pull together as quickly as possible, really since we launched the initial mastermind with you guys. We're going to be adding in some done-for-you Cinewire accounts. Did you guys hear that? Done-for-you Cinewire accounts. We're going to be finalizing the done-for-you services. So we're almost there. We're about 2/3 of the way there to being what we feel is our complete kind of done-for-you setup. Beta access is officially going to be going live as well. So this is something that we asked you guys for feedback on. Would you guys like to be part of our beta groups for our software before we release it to everybody else, right? Give you guys kind of the cutting edge and give you guys access to everything before the rest of the community. And we have a big, big update to Launchpad that you guys are going to be getting before everybody else. So with Launchpad, it's really 4 new features that are going to blow your guys' mind. Really, it's ease of use plus rankings was the main focus. We have another piece of software that I can't really talk about yet. Frankly, I just don't want our competitors even hearing about it, at least until the mastermind open. And then this third one, guys, this is going to be the game changer. If you gave me, or if you didn't give me a 1 before, after you see this, I don't know how you couldn't be joining again. We are going to be next mastermind releasing what we're calling a pay-per-call marketplace. So what does that mean? So since the beginning of this mastermind, a lot of people have said, with all of us going in and focusing on lead gen primarily in the United States, how's there not going to be saturation? Right? How's there not going to be saturation? Okay, and I said don't worry about it, basically, and I didn't give you guys a whole lot of detail. Okay, as of late, I've given you guys some tips on how to fulfill if you go sell a client and you don't have your fulfillment done yet, right? Go find somebody, a lead gen site, that's already in that market and already in that city. Okay, I've been brokering deals like this for about the last 45 days and been crushing it with this. Absolutely crushing it. Okay, we've been working on software to help automate the handshake of this. So what does that mean? Let me give you an example. Let's say that you go and you sell a roofing package to a local roofing company in, let's say, Miami. You sell them leads for $150 a piece, and they tell you, you sell them the middle plan. Okay, so the leads are $150. You sell them the bronze plan, or I'm sorry, the silver plan at roughly $1,500 a month, and they say, I'm willing to take as many as you can get me, but let's start there. What would we typically do to get started? We'd go follow the execution maps, right? What if instead you could go into a marketplace and say, I need calls in this area. Here's what I'm willing to pay. And you guys could joint venture together, and the system would handle and monitor the payouts on both ends from you and whoever was going to do the fulfillment based upon the calls that you received. We have pulled in some huge fulfillment guys to bring on to this marketplace as well. In the last 3 weeks, 2.5, 3 weeks, I've brokered over 1,000 calls a month. This marketplace is going to help automate all of it. Give me a 5 if I just blew your mind. You'll literally be able to go in and say, here's what I want. Or if the volume already exists, guys, you will be able to literally bid on it. You could say, I'm willing to pay $25 for a roofing call. Here's my criteria. Here's the location I wanted it. And the system will take care of the rest. Guys, this has been a huge dream of ours to get to. Okay, you guys in the mastermind selling your asses off are making this a reality, right? This is the next step. And this is, as well, the ultimate unfair advantage, right? The ultimate unfair advantage. I am in the process right now of taking what I've been doing and the manual reach out that I've been doing and bringing on people to help with fulfillment and publishing and getting basically publishers into the marketplace. I'm bringing on a team right now to train them and to help take over that process from me and to pull them into the marketplace. What does that mean? Lots and lots of calls going through our marketplace. That is going to change the fucking game. So give me a 4 real quick if you told me that you weren't going to be in last time when I just asked you, but after just the marketplace, you know you got to be in. You know that that changes the space. You know that that changes everything. And literally is the ultimate unfair advantage. Yeah, lots of 4s. Okay, and guys, that's just really the start. I have been working my tail off with my team. You guys see the front-facing content. You guys see the calls that I'm on, but you guys don't see the back-end work that we're doing to ensure that this is sustainable and to ensure that we can keep growing and helping you guys and pushing you guys to the next level. We're bringing on some new quote-unquote faculty or team members to the mastermind as well. So we're going to be bringing on a role-playing coach, okay? The role-playing coach, her entire job is to help you guys practice your consults before doing them for real. So give me a 2 right now in the chat if you guys feel like you still are nervous as hell when you get on a consult call, but you haven't actually done any role playing. George, Rebecca, Ron. Okay, I know there's more of you. I know there's more. Again, give me a 2. Okay, lots of 2s. All right, coming in now. All right, guys, so our role-playing coach is going to help you guys through that. So essentially how this is going to work, just to give you guys a little bit of a heads up, is she's going to have a calendar just like Ryan Walsh has a calendar. Okay, and when you guys re-up and join the mastermind, you guys will have so many available consults with her, and she will play the business owner. And trust me when I say she's going to give you a hard time. She's going to throw you some curveballs. Her goal is to get you as prepared as possible for jumping on consults and closing deals. We're also going to be pulling on a new member to run what we're calling concierge services for all the done-for-you services. So once you sell, you book a consult with them, with the concierge services, and they help you come up with a plan to ensure that you can fulfill, to give you guys the best shot possible at fulfilling. Right? They'll walk through the deal with you, understand the deal, understand the service area of the deal that you just sold, and formulate and put together a plan that we can fulfill on your behalf. Does that make sense? How many of you guys have seen, if you're in All Access, you guys have seen, as soon as somebody gets a deal for the first time, the freak out starts, right? It's, oh shit, I did it, holy cow, but uh-oh, oh crap, now I got to think about fulfillment, right? Okay, and most of you guys have been in that scenario in this call. Okay, we want to give you guys a concierge services to help you guys figure out your attack plan. Next up, we have 3 current members that are going to be helping the community even more. Okay, and they're coming in, they're not part of our team, they're not part of the staff really, they're not employees of us, right? But they're going to be stepping up and continuing to do what they have been in the community. Okay, and they're going to be taking on some leadership type roles in the community. Okay, so person number 1 is Barton Murray, who helped us build the foundation of this sales stack, right? He came to me having some success and looking to scale, and that's how ultimately, guys, the email stack was built. Okay, that's how the cold email sales stack was built. Okay, he was the one that kind of pioneered or started pioneering this process. He was doing well, but running into lots of bottlenecks. Okay, you guys have all heard Bart talk and help you guys and give back on the webinars and some of the training inside of the community. He'll be helping us even more coming around to next quarter. Next up is Teresa. Teresa Kikpalbo. Teresa has been an awesome, amazing influence in our community. She was always the most positive person. She's always pushing hard, and she was always, always, always willing to help in any way that she could. Okay, so Teresa's going to be coming on and playing into more of a leadership role. And specifically as well, real quick by a show of hands, give me a 6. How many of you guys are ladies on the call? Give me a 6, ladies. Ladies, ladies, ladies. Rebecca, Susan, Dahlia, Natalie, Cece, Teresa, M. Okay, Brenda Robinson. So you guys will love this. The ladies have felt a little secluded from the get-go, is my understanding. Okay, and so we want to nurture the relationship that we've built with you guys, and I want you guys to be able, the ladies among themselves, to be able to build awesome relationships with the other ladies in the group. So Teresa is going to be running a channel just for the ladies inside of our community. And last but not least is John Ramirez. Okay, so John's come on to our calls and trainings a couple of times, spit some mad game when it comes to sales. Most of you guys have enjoyed the hell out of it. And so we're going to be bringing on John to do some more advanced sales training. A big change that's going to be happening and that we need to happen is we're going to start segmenting our content by what stage you're at in the process. So what do I mean by that? If you're still getting the sales stack set up, okay, and let's say that you have had one consult or no consults or two consults and you haven't had a sale yet, what you need to be focusing on is that, right? So you can start getting some actual results. What you don't need is a bunch of advanced sales tactics, right? You don't need 2 hours or 3 hours or 4 hours of new content a week to go through if you still are having problems or not having problems, just haven't conquered what you're working on right then and there. Does that make sense to everybody? We want to give you guys what you guys need when you need it. Okay? So this time around, the last 3 months, there was a lot of content for me to put together. A lot. You guys know how much training is inside the members area? An ass load, right? So many hours. Okay, so what we're going to be doing is focusing that content on stages. Okay, and releasing it based upon those stages. Okay, so when you guys need the next step, you'll get it and you'll be able to access it. Okay, so now you're not overwhelmed in the process. Okay, so if you have other commitments, you have another full-time job, if you're only doing this part-time, okay, now you're going to be able to focus more of your time and energy on the system versus more and more and more and more training. Can I get a hell yeah if that's awesome? You guys like that? Awesome. We will also be putting people together in Slack and pairing them up based upon their experience with the program. What I mean by that, for example, is we're going to put together a group that's just getting started, basically, right? A group that is somewhere between getting their sales stack set up and having one sale. Okay, then we're going to segment from there. Okay, so the questions, the problems, and the concerns that you guys have will all be able to be answered for you guys in a group together. Okay, this is going to help keep Slack an amazing resource for all of us and help ensure that not everything just gets overrun. For those of you guys that have been inside of Slack, some days it's fine. Other days, if you miss out for a day, you come back, you log back onto Slack, there's been hundreds of messages. Okay, it gets a little difficult to keep up with. Okay, so I think that this is going to be a huge piece of our success together as we continue on. We are adding some more content to the mastermind as well. Obviously, this is going to be available in different sections, or as you guys hit different milestones. When you guys need it, in other words, we will give it to you. Okay, so we are bringing on John Ramirez to do a new sales master program, or sales mastery program. And this is a great example. If you haven't run the traditional consults yet, if you don't understand the niche, if you don't understand the process, and if you aren't comfortable with the consult type of call, you're not ready yet for this training. Okay, those of you guys that have already gotten 2 or 3 deals, Okay, you guys are doing well. You're comfortable with the process. This will be perfect for you guys. We're also going to be bringing you guys a niche experts program. So what I mean by that is we're going to be bringing on experts to take you guys through niches, okay, to teach you guys the lingo, to teach you guys the KPIs, to teach you guys about selling to that business, okay, to help jumpstart you, if you will. Okay, as of right now, we have 5 of these planned. If any of you guys believe that you're an expert in a specific niche and want to give back to the community and want to be involved in the Niche Experts program, just message me directly on Slack or on Twitter. Let me know what niche you think you could do that in, and we'd love to bring you on and have you share with the rest of the community. Last but not least, on this slide here in terms of new content, we're going to be adding another prospecting method and system that I've been testing and absolutely crushing it with. It follows the same core principles of what we do now. It is not a distraction. It is not a different way to do things. It's not a new way. It's not a new bright and shiny object. It's the next level of what we're doing now. Okay, it adds on to what we're doing now with our cold email stack. So if you guys liked what you just saw, the little glimpse that I gave you guys into what is coming in the next 3 months, give me a 2 if you guys are going to be joining us now after hearing what's in store. I want to see the 2s. I want to see the 2s. Again, guys, just an important little notebook or a little note here, if you will. If you guys feel like, hey, there's this one thing missing that I think needs to be covered, or if you have a great idea of something that you guys would like to see, we are all ears. Okay, again, send me a message on Slack if you're in All Access, or if you're on Core, shoot me a message on Twitter. Okay, give me some feedback. Okay, we are always open to your guys' ideas and suggestions. Essentially, each and every one of the additions and changes that we're going to be rolling forward in the mastermind came from you guys. It was based upon your guys' feedback and also your guys' questions and your roadblocks as well. All right, lots and lots and lots of 2s. Same cost, Trevor. Cool, cool, cool. Will core members be able to get into All Access? Yes, they will, Paul. So essentially, guys, how this is going to work, next Monday, I'm going to give you guys an even bigger peek into our next mastermind session together, right? So next Monday, we're going to officially be opening up the mastermind to all of you guys. Okay, everybody that's a current member, either of Core, of All Access, we're going to give you guys a complete rundown of what we're going after, what's going to be added, what's going to change, what's getting taken away. And we're going to give you guys your first right of refusal, right? My goal is to retain at least 70% of you guys moving forward. Okay, if you guys didn't have the success that you wanted this time, but you're still all in on lead gen, I want you in the mastermind. Okay, if you went through and you're giving up and you're already gone, you're on to different things, you're on to bigger and better things, quote unquote, that's fine. Okay, but any of you guys that are in here and you're still trying to crush it with lead gen, you're either starting out, okay, or you're already doing well, I want you guys inside the mastermind program. Things are going to get crazy in the next quarter. So basically, I'm going to give you guys all next Monday the first heads up. I'm going to allow all of you guys to get in. Any of you guys that are, I'm sorry, next Monday. Any of you guys that are core members, you guys will be able to upgrade to All Access. If you're All Access and want to downgrade to Core, I don't know why you do that, but you guys can do that as well. Okay, so basically for about 4 or 5 days, we're going to open it up just for you guys, no outsiders. Okay, I'm going to let you guys kind of have first dibs. Okay, I'm going to give you guys a couple days to make up your mind, to make a decision. Then we're going to calculate how many spots we have left, okay? And then we'll end up opening it up to the rest of the community, right? The rest of our digital triggers list. So there's going to be a little bit of a gap. I told you guys when we were starting, right? When are we starting? Who was paying attention? We're starting July 25th, right? Okay, so we have about a month before we start as of right now. So here's what we're going to do. Any guys that join on next Monday's call or while we're doing the replay, we're going to keep you guys inside of the Slack group. If you guys are a core member, you guys upgrade to all access, we'll add you to the Slack group, and you guys will be able to access the content if you stay on board or if you upgrade or downgrade, right? We're going to let you guys access the content as long as we possibly can. So I'd say probably a week before we actually go into the next session, right? A week before the 25th, we'll have to take everything down. But you guys will keep access to everything in between then, right? So everybody that says that they want to join will have access to the Slack group and keep access to the members area until right before we re-release. Basically, we need a week to kind of take everything down, polish it up, make the changes that we want to make before we go live again. Does that make sense? If you guys have any questions, just let me know in the chat. But I thought it would be helpful today to give you guys kind of a look into what's coming, set the tempo, and hopefully give you guys a little bit of a kick in the butt as well to get things in gear and make some serious progress in these last 10 days that we have together. Excellent. I need that access. Cool, cool, cool. July 25th. All right. So guys, again, if you have any questions about just the reopen, any questions on what's included, what's not, if it's a good fit for you, anything like that, just let us know in the chat. I want to try to answer those questions here today. Those of you guys that have any questions, get off of here. Go execute, go run with your sales process, right? I want to see you guys kicking ass in these next 10 days. So if we're not finished yet, what should we do? Julian, you have time now to finish, obviously, or you're going to want to re-up so that you guys keep access to the content, right? Morgan says, so if we don't re-up, we're not going to have access to the training we already paid for? Exactly. Morgan, we were very, very clear on that since the very beginning. The content is not staying live. Cool, cool, cool. Humphrey says, how much is it going to cost me? The same as before, brother. Michael says, same payment question. So all that I'm getting, guys, right now is payment questions. How much is it? It's the same price as before, right? Nothing's changing in terms of pricing for you guys. Is it another 90-day sprint? It is, right? So we're running it just like last time. It's another 90-day sprint. Your commitment is just 90 days. CC says, she quoted, I'm leaking a couple huge additions. Yes, we talked about those today, CC. Paul K had a good question. He said, will the new mastermind still only be sales focused, or will there be the execution maps, fulfillment, review, and or training? There's still going to be, it's still mostly, Paul, going to be sales focused. However, we will be doing some training only for mastermind members that is specifically fulfillment focused. Okay, so I would say probably 85 to 90% still sales, Paul. But over the next reopen, we are going to be doing some more stuff in terms of fulfillment as well for you guys. Obviously, we have all the done for you fulfillment options, Paul. Those aren't available to the public either. Yep, Jesse, you got it, brother. Cool, cool, cool. Julian says, what's the pricing? I forgot. $2.99 a month for core, $3.99 a month for all access. Cool, cool. Michael says, and after 90 days, we'll come back for another signing up. Yes. So it's not forced, guys. It's not like we're going to bill you guys until you cancel. This thing runs for 3 months. Okay, and we did that very purposely. Why? Because 3 months is a quarter. Okay, that's how we run our business. We run a quarter or 90 days. Really, it's 90 days, right? We run it like that's our year. We put our head down and we all out sprint for that 90 days. If I'm going to be working with you for that quarter, I want your 90-day commitment to run alongside me. Okay, if you guys can start to run your business like that and think of it in 90-day chunks and break down your goals into that, you guys are going to crush it. Hey, Eric Williamson, I'm not sure what you mean, brother. Michael says, Joe, my thinking was that you are grandfathered in at some point. Yeah, Michael, you guys get first dibs before the public to rejoin. I'm not going to make you. It is what it is, right? You guys want to come back for another 3 months? Come back in, right? I want to give you guys first access. Okay. All right, guys, let me know if you have any last questions. Get out there, kick some ass. Let's see. Let's see. Sounds good. Thanks. All right, it looks like that is it. Jim says, is there some done with you fulfillment right now? Yes. On every basically webinar, Jim, for, I don't know, the last month, we've talked about the done for you stuff, brother. So if I were you, I'd just go look at the last week that we released, week 10, or week 10, and look at the replay. Jim, and there will be a link in there for the done for you and done with you stuff. Regarding that, just because you brought it up, Jim, when we reopen next time, what we're going to do as well is we've been working on a big overhaul on all the little offers and stuff that we put out to you guys, the stuff that's only available to you guys, the done with you, the done for you, the trials and the offers that we put together for mastermind people only. We're going to be housing those inside of the members area, m.digitaltriggers.io. So you guys will be able to literally go in there and see what you have, see what's available, and be able to add things or take things away from your account without having to talk with us or ask where links are. So everything will be in one nice area for you. Cool, cool, cool. All right. All right, guys. Thanks for coming and hanging out with me today. It was a short one, 45 minutes or so. Get out there, kick ass, take names, and don't forget, fill in the contest submission form after you guys get a result. If you get a booked appointment or a sale, I want to see both. And don't forget your Friday check-ins. I'll see you guys in the group if you're in All Access. Everybody in Core, I will see you next Monday. Make sure you guys are on Monday. You're not going to want to miss it. Talk soon, guys.